Why doesn't he grow up? Why does he still behave as a child? How can we help him get rid of these leftovers from childish behavior? That sort of behavior we call an infantile reaction.
Infant? Well, whatever it is, it spoils the game for others. Why can't he act his age?
Hello, it's me. I thought about it for a... Okay, I can't do that. Sorry.
No, you can. You just go ahead.
Okay. Hello, it's me. I thought about it for a long, long time. I'm sorry, my flatness started to bother.
Is that Rundgren?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, are you saying it because I was singing it so poorly?
No, I'm asking, is that a Todd Rundgren song?
Yeah, I think so. Or seeing you or seeing anything as much as I do, I'll stay around. Yeah, I love Todd Rundgren. I'm not that familiar with him. Good evening.
Hi, friend.
Hi, friend. Are we lying and saying it's Monday?
We got not so much anymore. I was going to see how you played it, and then you just played the card. So,
you want me to try again with as if it's Monday?
No, well, this is Replacement Monday.
Right. So I'd have to say hi. Oh my God, what a moron!
Is that what happens on Mondays?
Just a moron. Just you're dealing with a moron.
I had to. It's Saturday night, in fact.
Yes, let's be honest. You know, I think we should stop trying. You know how you used to pretend that you were in Washington giving reports on the news? We have to come clean now.
But I'm still putting this as the first segment of the show.
I think that's good because that's the segment where it replaced.
Yes.
That was me at my best last Monday.
It wasn't. There were treasures lost, like you singing Billy Idol's White Wedding, calling it Hot Holiday.
It's a hot holiday.
Yes.
Wow.
That's really the one lost to time that hurt me when I tried to make it play today.
Well, was it me? Was it my end that was?
It was your track got bunged up somehow. I'm sure it was operator error in this case, but
because I have two microphones. My friend Jack, who has bought me this incredible interface thing, and then he bought me an SM58.
Oh, nice.
I have that, and then I have the other mic. So I have two microphones. I should be able to set it up now that my side of I don't know.
If you can set up with the 58, then we'll both be using 58s and life will be good.
That's what I thought we would do. I thought that's what we do.
Yes.
Should we do that Monday?
Sure. Real Monday, not fake Monday.
No, but it sounds very exciting, Josh. I don't know if I can sleep. Now, is this as obnoxious as my normal departures from Real Talk?
No, because this is us being obnoxious together.
I do see. Hey, I see the difference.
Okay, all right.
I see a definite difference. If you're both sharing in a joke,
yes,
as opposed to one person going, "I don't need this right now." I don't want to hear your impression of the flappers from the 20s. Okay, how about somebody who goes to flap? No, hang up, click.
Something like that might happen later in the show. We'll see.
I don't think so because we are. I can tell that I'm not only in the moment now. I have things to say about it.
Fantastical.
I thank you for your back help.
Did it help? Did the ice help? Oh, wait. We talked about that later in the show.
Oh, was that Monday night?
I think that was Wednesday. I mean tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, so your back's feeling better?
It is feeling better, but also just the fact that I learned something. That I
made you not feel like you had to have surgery tomorrow?
Well, yeah. And also the fact that I learned something about it. Because when I was taking Taekwondo, I never had back problems at all. But now I really have to be careful. And I'm older. The older thing is the main thing and not bending down ever.
Okay, good. All right. Well, later in the show, people will hear more of that in detail.
Okay. Also, for those who are worried, I looked up about my Hebrideans nodes. Oh, I'm getting a lot of emails about my Hebrideans nodes.
Yeah, those are the things on your fingers.
Yeah, one of my doctors said to go to see a rheumatoid, whatever they're called. What are they called?
A rheumatologist, perhaps?
Yeah, not a rheumatologist. Just a rheumatologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my doctors, my dermatologist said, you can go there, but there's no reason to go there. There's literally nothing you can do about it except, stop doing it and do other hand exercises. But stop bashing on computers or whatever the hell, or ripping up. I think it's from ripping up recycling or something.
Yeah. All right.
And otherwise, I could have an operation if you want me to.
Sure. Why not? Now's a good time for that.
Well, I'm scared about it. I don't want anything to interfere with my guitar playing that I haven't been doing for 20 years.
Sure.
I used to do that. I can't hurt my hands. And I have to say, well, pretty soon you should put down on that application. Your hands can be hurt because you're not using them right.
Hang it up.
But now
hang it up, Segovia.
I'm psyched though because I have this. It's called a Steinberg USB interface thing, and I have.
Yeah.
So I can't even believe this jack is. I mean, I'm so over the moon about it. Over the moon. Something's wrong with me. This week. I
tried to use my USB interface on a Zoom the other day, and they were hearing me great, but I couldn't get audio back my way for some reason.
Oh, so I should figure that out before Monday.
Yeah, we can do. a test. We can do a test if you want.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. You heard me right.
Weirdest brush off.
Yeah, no. It wasn't. Yeah, sure. No, actually, it wasn't.
Yeah, a test. Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Line that up, asshole.
You got it, Sparky.
Yeah, line up a fucking test. Yeah, sure. Want me to do a sound check? No. It sounded like a brush up, but it's actually yes. That's what we'll do because it is ridiculous. I'm not going to do it at 5 to 9. Stupid. I'm a stupid man. But you see how the therapy's helped?
It really has.
It's gotten me to be harder on myself.
Yeah, now. Well, maybe that was what you needed.
I think so. I felt too good. You ever feel too good?
You know what they say about the unexamined life?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Well, people will be confused by this because we're replacing Monday, but because of the...
It's a hot holiday.
It's a hot holiday. It's a hot holiday. But here's the thing, that we did questions last night, which will now be, it'll sound weird that I'm relating to the questions, but that I had to find out what Mindy Kaling said. So I do think she is talking about me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she's talking about me.
Okay, good.
But who knows?
There's a little
right?
teaser for the end of the show, huh? Stay tuned. You'll see what Andy's talking about.
But you can't believe the people who, well, because a couple of people say to her, "Oh, you're talking about Andy Kindler? You're talking about Andy Kindler?" and then you go back, but it's like the amount of people who follow her who are just saying to her, "Yes, you should. It's terrible what he's doing, whoever this horrible human is." Oh, I got afraid that you lost the vocal for my penis, but that is not true.
No, I'm right here.
That is really
testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Are you tired from the test, even? Testing. Oh, I'm falling.
I think I need a nap now.
Do you think you'll ever take a nap inside someone's vagina again?
I think those days are gone.
If seriously, this is, no one can tell. This has to be on the QT. Thank God our wives don't ever want to hear us.
It's a real freedom giver.
It's built in. I don't want my wife entering my podcast man cave.
No girls allowed.
Is that kind of like Wally Cox, or is it kind of like...
It's Droopy.
Now, wait a second. There is a character named Droopy, right?
Yes.
It's so, I'll never be able to watch that cartoon the same way again.
That's okay. It's
okay.
It probably won't come up a whole lot. Just like your penis.
And now I have to ask you, boxers or briefs? Boxers or briefs? What do you prefer?
I prefer the boxers. Thank you for asking, finally.
What, because you like the extra room?
Well, yes.
But now it's not like you have to worry about erections or anything. So that, you might want to go with the briefs, check them out, see if you like them.
Well, let's give it a shot.
That is unending joy.
I swear to God, there's nothing to lose.
Literally. Oh. So what do you, I was going to ask you, what do you think about Andy taking Viagra? But let's not go any further into it. Let's not extend the bit further.
No,
I say.
Once again, there's more stuff later in the show.
That's right, folks. Don't be confused. And whatever you do, don't fast forward to the end, if that's still a word. You think fast forward will be something that someone will have no idea what that means in about a year?
As long as our show is around, they will know what fast forward means.
Yeah, because we have old people, we have young people.
No, I just meant because people would want to fast forward.
I can't even get your joke. You're putting me down. You're playing chess. You're playing three-dimensional chess with how you're putting me down.
I'm playing three-dimensional chess with 2 dimensions tied behind my back.
Dennis Miller will never be remembered for his comedy ever again.
People will remember Fast Forward longer than they'll remember Dennis Miller's comedy.
That's right. And they'll remember Cha-Cha. They'll remember doing the Cha-Cha way past anything with his act.
That's right. Cha-cha-cha.
Well, hopefully I'll be calmed down by this Mindy Kaling thing by the end of the night.
Yeah, certainly by the end of the show.
Do you know who? Do you remember who asked us the question?
I do. It's one of my very best friends, Barry Golub.
Is he one of my best friends too?
I think maybe by association.
Barry Golub, but he's not related to Bob Golub.
He's not.
Is it the same spelling?
No.
Oh, okay. I see. You would, if you weren't in my profession, you wouldn't know what the Bob Golub was.
Right, but last time Barry Golub came up, we had this very same conversation.
Oh God, it's like having. This is the downside, and I really do have sympathy for all of you people who have parents who are suffering from dementia, because that's the little unknown story: is how horrible it is for the people who in their lives. That you every time, even if I live to 90 and you say Barry Golub, I'll go, is he related to Bob Golub or the comedian? Hold on, I thought I felt something move in my pants. It must have been a bug.
It was just a bug, I assure you.
I love this character. I love him. I love Flaccid. It sounds like if that doesn't sound like a flaccid penis, then you better. I'm ready to hear who does. I think that's a good. That's how you know you have good range as a impressionist, because I don't even know how you do that, because it almost sounds like an impediment a little bit.
Well, that's not very nice of you to say.
What if James?
I already have plenty of impediments going. I don't need my speech criticized.
Dear thoughts, dear spiralers, what if Andy's James Mason ended up as Andy's penis? What would that sound like? Please, I only live for you to do impressions of James Mason. Love, a listener.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't roll with that, because again, we covered that last night.
You know what's worse? You know what's worse than when you put down my obnoxious guys? It's when you won't go ahead on something because it's already annoying. Andy, I told you once where this is going to play. Okay, so let me see what else I can say to mess up the idea that we're replacing Monday. So you're saying we're replacing the very Monday from this show? This is not from a previous Monday? I am surprised. Well, you know me, Josh. I'll go along with any premise you want.
He's a team player.
See, he can't. I bet by this time next week, Monday, you will roll with James Mason. And I'm looking for people looking forward to Monday. You will hear James Mason as my penis on Monday. Bobby. I want to hear your penis say Bobby.
Bobby.
Okay, I'm done. I'm so sorry that I went on this. Okay, I almost was I'm gonna make another reference to last night, but I stopped myself.
Okay, good.
Because I was gonna say I liked my hang up last night. You see? Oh boy, it was a hot one today. Did you notice that?
I didn't really go outside very much today.
Yeah, it's just.
I went to the weed store. That's the only, and that was in the morning.
And was it fun?
No.
Would you like to tell me an anecdote about it? No, Andy.
Yeah, no, there wasn't any particular fun. I said I'll have that, and that, and they went here.
Oh, I love my new. I have a dab pen now, and it's very nice.
Oh yeah, you finally you got one, huh?
I think it's definitely different. It's different.
Yeah.
Than the vape. You do feel higher.
Well, because you're using shatter or wax, right?
Yeah. Yes. Well, how come the stuff that's in the fluid doesn't do anything? I think we've proven it does nothing. And in fact, if you want, I have 2 cartridges left if you want them.
No, I don't have that kind of I don't think I have those kind of batteries anymore.
I have chargers. I have extra chargers.
All right, bring them on over.
All right. I'm getting ready for bagels too.
Are you?
Yeah. I've avoided them. I've been very proud of myself.
Did you eat the salmon last night?
Yes, we did. Delish.
Good.
Delicieuse. I love it.
I make a good salmon. I've got a lot of addicts around the city now.
Specifically to the salmon?
Yes.
What do you start out with?
What do you mean?
Like what kind of what's the salmon you start with? Just that you buy to start it?
I generally buy pretty pedestrian Atlantic salmon because I've done it with more expensive,
and it
doesn't really make the outcome better.
Yeah. Well, I say 3 thumbs up or whatever. I'm not losing it. And I'm not losing it to the point where you should hang up on me. But I noticed that.
No, I need a half hour.
Why? Because Wednesday was the day.
I've already edited the rest of the show. So, So if we're going to keep the 2 Jews, 2 mics, 2 hours guarantee. You know.
Yeah, which we don't have to, but.
No, I mean, we're already, I think, well within. I don't think the Better Business Bureau would take us down at this point, but.
They should have that for podcasts. We should what's the thing for the cars? ASE approved? Or ASC?
The certified mechanics, yeah.
Something like that. Boy, I'm good off the top of my head, I'll tell you that.
You are like a
funny guy?
Yeah. See?
I am going to get a new car sometime this year because my old car now the air conditioning is going out.
That's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
But they do say you can't get good deals on it. There aren't even available cars. They're selling them at the regular prices. It's not like everything must go.
Yeah. But you can still go in and bargain.
Oh, I can't. You can.
Yeah.
I can't. I am such fear. I'm amazed that you are able to do, it must be a reason why it must have to do with my parents not being very nice.
No, I grew into it. It took me a while.
Okay. It was one of your fears?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was a real fear, but it was a reticence.
I think once you overcome that, that's a great skill in a way because it's an important skill.
Yeah, no, it was actually fun. Last time when we bought Allison's last car, she was actually very impressed by my deal making in front of her. So. And not only that, I got them to let me leave and come back, which they never fucking do.
Oh. How'd that happen?
Because it was going to be there was a couple hours where they had to bring our car from another place.
Oh, so you said that you're going to go somewhere else and look?
Yeah. No, I didn't say I was going to go and look. I didn't use it as a bargaining tactic.
Right.
But usually it's before the deal is closed, they don't want you to fucking leave.
Yeah, because they don't think you'll come back.
Yeah.
But it was the same day you came back, right?
Yeah. My earnestness was clear. But I did good. I did really good on the car.
I know. But then, this is nothing. I mean, I will. It's time. It's time. All I'm saying is I'm looking forward to it because I think I'm not going to fly that much.
Yeah.
But I don't know what will happen. I mean, I feel like when the coast is clear, we'll all know the coast is clear. But right now, the idea that they're going to open up schools in New York is crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, they'll shut them down after 2 weeks. So.
But I will.
So you think you're going to drive to gigs?
Well, that's what I was thinking of. But I could
that doesn't
do it.
make a lot of sense. If you're confident enough to do a gig, then you probably are confident enough to fly.
Well, I was thinking if I could combine it with Susan and I see the country, or I don't know. It's all. Everybody has their plan until the thing clears up. If it does clear up,
all right.
What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing at anything.
I thought you were laughing at me. It'd be good if you were.
No, I wasn't. And I think get a new. I want a new car.
Yeah, it's going to have to. It's definitely going to have to happen. I don't know why I'm waiting even, except I told myself I need to get these 2 years of taxes. This is the most boring podcast in the world would be me talking about all the things I'm late on, just like listing them out.
Andy's to-do list, to do. Welcome to Andy's to-do
list.
It's a big to-do when there's something to do. It's Andy's.
Honey. To-do list. He makes a big simus out of every single thing. He lets you know. He goes, he says he's proud of himself because he brushed his teeth. I brushed my teeth today. I'm proud of that.
It really is like the Chris Rock bit sometimes.
No, I forgot the Chris Rock bit. What was that?
Hey, I feed my kids, and it's like you're supposed to feed your kids.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, I was a woman. I went to, and I was nice to someone today when they said hello. I had to give myself a pat in the back for that. I didn't spit up. No, I have to nothing. I'm perfect the way I am.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep saying that, Andy.
I'm perfect the way I am. And then what will happen? Will it eventually take?
No, but eventually you'll die.
But I'm dealing with that in therapy, so we'll have no fear. I figure 2 weeks on my fear of death, and then I should have that wrapped up, baby.
Probably. Look how it worked for Woody Allen.
It didn't work for him because he went, yay! That may be my favorite scene. I can make myself depressed just by thinking of that scene.
Yeah.
Where he runs down the street. Yeah! That really is a perfect, I think it's Hannah and her sisters, it's Crimes and Misdemeanors, maybe. I forget. But that's a perfect example of someone who worries all the time, and he stops worrying because he got a good result from his medical test, and then within 1 minute, 1 second, he starts worrying again because he's going to die.
Right.
I guess I didn't need that, but I thought maybe there was someone out there who wasn't familiar with what we're talking about. And I'm all about that, Josh.
Huh?
I'm all about not leaving the audience behind.
Yeah, I think that's never a problem.
Like, it still pisses me off that you don't say 13 minutes to the hour. It's 20 minutes to the hour. You're listening to Thought Spiral.
It's Miller on the sixes. We got quite a clusterfuck happening here on the 405. I haven't seen a thing this snarled since Charles Nelson's Riley baby teeth.
Are you doing a helicopter sound?
I was, yeah.
It's so good. You pull out some of the stops. You really do. I've used that joke 40 million times. Pulled out the stops. Maybe that's why I am Jewish. I do have that shticky part of me.
Do you?
No. I'm very, very reserved.
You keep the shtick under a bushel.
That's right. I still can't believe, and I've told you this many times, that I was so anti-shtick. And now I find myself going, yes.
How much do you owe Susan now, by the way?
We stopped at 600 because it just got annoying. It's just then it became like, am I ever going to see that money? It became one of those.
Right.
And I feel like I should give her the money. I don't have it. Hopefully, if my Cameo thing picks up.
I think so. That's where all the cameos going is to your shtick fund.
I do feel probably nice when I go online. And are you online for everything? Like all your banks and everything? Like, do you have any bills come to you?
Yeah, we have a blend.
Yeah, because I'm afraid to let it go completely.
Yeah.
I'm afraid if I let it go completely, that's when they get you, as Barry Sobel would say.
Right.
They steal your thing.
They'll steal you blind.
These days. But in the old days, they were much nicer when slavery was legal.
Right.
That really is a myth about the old days, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
If the Dark Ages were better.
I was, in fact.
Well, the one thing about this country is that this country does feel...
It sure would be nice to be dead by now.
It would be, right? In terms of, like,
Life
missing what's going to happen?
No, I just meant life expectancy.
For me or for in general?
I was talking about the Dark Ages, like you brought it.
Yeah, we've beaten it. How? Because it wasn't that long ago when people lived till 25 or 26, right?
No.
Or 30.
Yeah, it still happens.
But that's the thing. It's like I had convinced myself we'd never have a plague in our lifetime. I thought that was something that couldn't happen again.
Was that really a conversation you had with yourself? There's going to be a plague. There won't be a plague.
Yeah, because it seemed like a thing, like I told you, like a Monty Python bit or something like that. It's an oldie thing. There's no way that some people could just drop dead like flies from viruses.
Yeah.
I'm almost like Trump. I have Trumpian naivete.
Yeah.
But no, I used to think, I did think that for a while, that we were growing up into a better world, and that I don't, I don't want to say we're in a horrible world, but we're not necessarily evolving.
Yeah, I've read enough articles over the last decades about the coming super bugs. I did think it was possible.
Well, that's where I think I avoid those. I go, why do I want to see love in the time of cholera or whatever the heck is going on? I always avoided those things, and I think maybe I shouldn't have.
Why? Either way, you're here.
Either way, I'm here. It's a good point. Because nobody could be more careful than me. Nobody has made less mistakes.
No, this is something I tried to impart upon my mother for years and years. Is like, nothing is better because you worried about it.
Oh, I wish I could have spent time with your mom. We would have been a nice worry. We would have been a nice. Did she like other people worried as much as her?
No, but her closing thoughts were, "I always worried about the wrong thing."
Right. No, there's no way that I'm going to, at age 75, say, "Yep, people said I wouldn't have a better life by worrying about everything, and they were wrong." For the pure joy. Oh, that cup is falling. Something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's a reflex. That's
yeah. No, but I know. I'm glad I didn't have. It's easy to say now, but I know I would never. If I had kids and had to decide whether to send them to school or not, I would have jumped off a building.
Yeah.
I wasn't cut out for it, man.
I don't know. I think it probably would have changed you some.
Well, I think that the whole premise of what would have happened if this had happened is all nonsense. I'm very glad, free time wise, that I don't have a kid.
Yes. Oh, you'd be an empty nester by now, Andy.
You never, I would say you never miss a chance to give a little old dig on the fact that I'm old. It's going to get worse when I'm 70.
It's true. I really don't. I'll think about that.
No, I enjoy it. So please,
I'll let a couple pass.
Don't take away one of my few joys, which is you. But don't do it on my deathbed. You have to back it off a little bit.
No, I think that's when it's funniest.
You better continue on, even if I'm dead.
No, Andy, you look great. You don't look a day over dead.
I'm laughing. See how I'm laughing now? I hope to be laughing like that in the bed.
I hope so too. I'm going to try.
He kills me. I'm
going to try. Well, I have in fact made people on their deathbed laugh more than once in my life. So
Well, don't be walking around saying it's a specialty.
Why? I think actually it might actually be a niche for me. Hospice comic.
Hospice comic. Are you on your last legs? Well, that's funny you call them. Why do they call them last legs?
Do you need anything at the store? I know. No green bananas.
This is a good character. We should make a show with this character.
I'm Shecky Death, hospice comic.
Hey, would you like me to bring you anything the next time I come by, or should we wait to see if you're alive? Wah, 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 bake. I want to hang up really badly.
Do you?
But I know that that's not funny.
That's
it's
the
not
only
funny
way you do hang up is really badly.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but I mean, like, I was going to hang up, but then no one would have known that I did something clever.
Yeah, okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, you're giving me the chance to do it.
I was giving you.
All right, we'll try
wanted
one more time.
You wanted it.
Try it
so
one more
bad.
time. See if you can.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I can't do it because it's too much. It's been handed to me.
I understand.
But I want to hang up I wanted to hang up right then. And I go, oh, people like that. They like
you know
that.
what?
I did. What?
He who hesitates is lost.
You ready? He ain't doing a fucking thing. He's just standing there. This is Dean Martin.
And Jerry Lewis with him, we will Dave and Flair, you cocksuckers.
Well, this guy with TB gets through here. Ready? This is Dean Martin.
And Jerry Lewis with a reminder to see our newest and funniest motion picture ever, The Caddy.
Oh, he's right, folks. Come on and join the fun in the most righteous 90 minutes of howls.
Righteous? Where the fuck do you see righteous? That's riotous, you greaseball. Righteous? What is this, a religious picture?
I ain't up. This is religious Martin and Jerry Lewis. Well, there's 5 fucking lines we can't get through it.
Come on, 15.
This is Dean Martin.
And Jerry Lewis with a reminder to see our newest and funniest motion picture ever, The Caddy.
Oh, he's right, folks. Come on and join the fun in the most wonderful 90 minutes of howls and gags you ever saw.
We'll be seeing you in Paramount's The Caddy.
Yep, The Caddy.
With a big cock on it.
Huh? See what I did?
Huh?
You see what I did?
No.
I made you wait.
Oh. That's hilarious.
I was ready on the first ring.
That's hilarious.
It's not hilarious. What's wrong? Is something wrong with your carburetor? Wait, is something wrong with your baseball card in the spoke of your tire? Can I ask you a question? Are you having a personal fan?
I have to exhale now.
Was that, as Robert Klein would say, the sucking question mark at the dentist?
Yes, that's what it was.
I can't stop my leg.
I can't stop my leg.
I can't stop my leg. Good evening, Josh Elvis Weinstein. 65 degrees, downtown Los Angeles. Coming up in a half hour, we'll be giving away some Roseville tickets. Those bad boys will be coming to town.
All right. We're having so much fun already.
Yeah. You know what? People have been emailing me on their own saying, go back to your old bits.
Please.
Please. Well, happy hump day, dormez-vous. Why do they call it hump day? I can't stop singing. Can't stop singing. That would be my one-man show. It's the last one, my one-man show. Can't stop. Yep. Folks, and maybe I'm in the fishing hat.
That's called an arraignment, Andy.
You haven't heard my old man one-man show? I'm a very old man, and you see me, and I have a fishing pole in my hand, and I'm miming fishing. Oh, it's good to be back here. Oh, Been coming here so many years. I'm very old. I'm a very, very old
Turned
guy.
very into the Pepperidge Farm guy.
I think that's the only old guy I know, right? How does he sound? He's from Boston, right?
You wouldn't remember.
Are you saying, it happens to be that I just got back from the doctor.
It's a triple entendre because the joke is Pepperidge Farm remembers. And then Andy Kindler doesn't remember.
Oh, my God. But Pepperidge Farm hasn't remembered in about 10 years. Is that they say that now, currently?
Remember ratting on your union buddies? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Larry Miller.
Oh, my God. I have never heard you do quote Miller.
Yeah, I went a different Miller.
So what is that? So Larry Miller does a bit about that sounds like a good bit.
It was a good bit in, let's say, circa 1990.
Well, no, I always felt Larry Miller's style too loose. Too loose.
A little too loose.
You know what I mean? Make it formal. You're doing a show.
Yeah.
Why don't you make it formal?
I'm sure I've said this story before, but Larry Miller said two very important words to me when I needed to hear them.
You did say before, and I have no memory of it.
I said I was featuring for him in Minneapolis. I said I'm moving to L.A. in a couple of months. He said, "You're ready." And that was all I needed to fucking hear.
That is really, and that is a cool thing.
It totally was.
That shows that he does not have a Leno-sized ego.
Yeah. No, and I suspect in hindsight he said that to anybody who would ever say I'm moving to LA. But
You're right.
But at that time,
that makes it worse. But
to 20-year-old me, it meant everything.
That is very cool. I saw him at in our area.
Yeah.
That's a great story, Andy.
The last time I saw him was election night 2016.
Oh my! I would not want to be with him on election night in 2016 because he's conservative.
Yeah. Well, there was worse things happening that night.
How did that happen? That you ended up with Larry Miller on the night? Was I with you? No.
No. It was at a viewing party, ostensibly to celebrate Hillary's election.
And set the scene for me because these stories. I'm hoping are going to be a thing of the past.
The scene, it was at the Garland Hotel.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Formerly the Beverly Garland Hotel.
Oh, okay, sure.
And they have a big screening room there. And my friend Rick Siegel was having a big viewing party there to celebrate the big night.
Oh my God! What a depressing thing.
It was the most Mary Tyler Moore party of all time.
It must have been everyone just.
But there was a lot
of
old comics there, like Larry Miller and Kevin Rooney, and I saw Brazil was there.
Oh, Kevin Rooney must have not liked it.
Kevin Rooney wasn't happy. And after it became apparent but not declared, we left because I just couldn't be there. I couldn't be with a group of people that night any longer. And,
well, you know what? I was convinced she was going to win too, but I was in a different headspace then. I was in a headspace where, those guys who vote for Obama say she's going to win by 3 points. I have inside information now.
Smooth sailing. I'm not even going to watch.
Smooth sailing. Oh, God. I remember I called into that show, The Majority Report, and I'll never forget it. We were just like sitting in silence as we just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I was already thinking, like, look, I'm not a huge fan of Hillary. I wonder how she's going to do. That kind of thinking.
Right.
Well, it's almost over, my friend. 90 days left or something like that. The nightmare is either going to increase or will be over.
Think of how exponentially the nightmare would increase if it went in that direction.
Yeah. I have always felt my whole life that I always would say I'll move, but I don't know if I could. I know I don't see first of all, who's going to take us?
I was about to say, first of all, from, in the short term, no one will let you in.
I know.
That's and in the long term, there's a backlog right now to get the fuck out of here.
I'll just tell you from historical perspective, if you are Jewish, It's very easy to move around the world. So no problems there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably easier for Jews now because
We're the happy wanderers.
I didn't know the Schmengi brothers were Jewish.
Funny, you don't look schmengy.
You know, I just realized I got depressed, and I couldn't figure out why I got depressed.
And it was because of the election. Of the election.
Yeah.
I know. That's how things are these days, you know. It's a very thin line.
I know, between
coping and collapsing.
Yes, that's exactly right. And yet I can only take solace in the fact that I don't do any activities. I don't have a bowling night. I have nothing like that.
Yeah.
So far, I know I don't have it, I think.
Meaning that you don't have that thing to miss?
No, I mean, like, I was like, as soon as I realized, no, I didn't want to go in the the supermarket seems to be the lesser of, I haven't been in any buildings for a long time if it wasn't just to get mail or just to pick up something.
Yeah.
And that's where you get it when you're in close quarters.
Right. Yeah.
Or a party.
That's why you haven't gone to confession in months, too.
I know. And I used to have the best confession jokes, as you remember. Sure. Father, give me.
I'm telling everybody.
That's a good one. But you're not Catholic. I'm telling everybody. And
so I was just watching the one normal thing, and I have to say it feels pretty normal as basketball is back, and I'm enjoying it.
I can't believe you're enjoying it. No, I mean I'm not even like what's the word, jealous of it, or
yeah.
I just can't believe it because it seems so. First of all, I have to put myself in the mode of someone who likes basketball that much to watch early. Wait a second, it's not early season.
It's not early season. It's 4 games before the playoffs now.
Oh my God, Josh, where have I been? The playoffs are starting. I can't believe it. Oh, but they're doing it the right way. They're all in one stadium or something, right? Or 2 stadiums.
Well, they're in the bubble in Disney World, so there's three venues that games are going on.
I'd like to see some of those basketball players after they've gone through Epcot the 15th time.
They aren't going to Epcot. They aren't allowed out of their little area.
Oh, it is the area where Epcot is, though. It is Tampa. Is that where they are?
It's Orlando.
Orlando. That's what I meant to say. Orlando is Disney World, right? For sure.
Yes, but Disney World is an amazingly huge campus now.
Well, I remember I stayed at the Disneyland Hotel when I was doing a wraparound show, and then in the morning when you have a wake up call, they go, "Good morning, it's Mickey Mouse. Time to get up. Lots of big doings going on."
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. This is going to be me 2 years from now. That's a fucking good story, asshole. You son of a fucking bitch. It's Mickey Mouse's voice. Can you fucking set me up for that story again and this time react appropriately?
Yeah, I did not have a good time at my week-long shoot at Disney. I didn't have a bad time because I had, people to bitch about it with, but it was.
And that was not the Greg.
That was America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does get old. Was there anything that you said, wow, that really is delightful? I really feel like I'm in France.
Yeah, the bar by the pool at our Safari Hotel, Trace Beaulieu and I found to be really a high point of the entire place.
Wait, was Trace wrote for that show too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I hired him.
How many years did he work for it?
He worked for it for longer than me, even.
Wow, I had no. And then what made him leave?
Sanity.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he kind of wanted to get the hell out. He bought his place in Minnesota, and he had enough of people.
He has FU money.
Into things. Huh?
Does he have FU money?
He has. See you later money. I'll worry about the money part on my own, thank you.
Oh man. So it must but how many years were you there total?
I don't know. It was I had 2 different stints. I was there for 2 years as the head writer, and then I left to do episodic and for a few years, and then I came back and did the consulting thing from home for a long time, but I was doing other projects while I was doing that.
And we'll be back with someone who is not excited about that period of his life. And we'll be right back.
Yeah,
No, actually,
it was like
you had fun.
It was like 7 or 8 years total, I think.
Man.
It was a lot of episodes that carry the mark of the Jew.
I also love that there was a big reaction built up, and because an anti-Saget thing, right? After a while, people.
Yeah, well, that was my. They brought me in to desagitize. That was sort of my whole pitch.
And did you do a lot of Saget jokes?
I did a few, which apparently he wasn't pleased about. But
come on, what's the matter with him? Jesus, if he could try to. I know him a couple, and he's a very sweet man, but he has no idea that his. I don't think he has no idea.
I don't think if we ran into each other, he would connect me to it anymore. But back then, I did run into him, and he wasn't very pleasant to me.
Well, how did you run into him?
I think it might have been at a. Well, I ran into him at a Elvis Costello and Burt Bacharach concert. And,
what's a great show?
And Todd Thicke, who worked for both of us, he worked for Bob, and then he was on my staff. Was there as well, and so.
Wait, who was the second name? I was thinking about saying. What was the second name you said? What was the last name you said?
Todd Thicke.
Who is that? Is that Alan Thicke's son?
Alan Thicke's brother.
Oh, and I've met him at Fred Willard's house back in the day.
Very, very likely.
Yes.
Or at my house.
Or it could have been, I think both places. Yeah, and he seems like a very sweet man.
Indeed, he's a good friend.
Why am I saying that? Forget about it. What am I talking about? It sounds like I'm defending shows and I'm trying to say nice things. What are we doing? What am I doing?
I don't know.
Tell me what I'm doing.
You are mining my career for the most boring aspects.
But look, Alan Thicke, I feel bad because he literally did just drop dead, right?
He did, yes.
That's not good. I used to see him at, what's that?
Playing hockey.
Well, first of all, neither, he was older than us, I think. Well, forget us. He's older than me.
Yes, he was.
I don't think you should be playing hockey. Well, let's not, you know what? Going down, taking the piss out of him for dying.
Well, in hindsight, your theory holds water, but.
Well, it's just like he
had a heart defect of some kind that just kind of went sploink.
Oh yeah, it's like that Bill Hicks thing about Jim Fixx.
Yeah,
died while jogging. Meanwhile, Keith Richards shoots in heroin in the vein under his cock. Still touring.
Yes,
I miss Bill Hicks a lot.
I do too.
You're the only person I miss
a Keith Richards' his old joke still being fresh.
He used to do a funny bit about the Beatles were so stoned that they let Ringo sing.
Yes.
I just love that joke. Get Ringo down from the ceiling.
And you would try to chase him down with the mic stand.
There's one, I don't know where I read this, but there's one story I read in one of my Beatles things where John Lennon does, I think he does heroin or something, and he comes into the studio and he says, "I'm higher than all of you will ever be." One of those situations.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of Beatles,
Josh.
I was reading an article, an interview / article about Paul McCartney in quarantine. And
what's quarantine?
Quarantine is a thing where people stay indoors because of a pandemic. No,
but you were saying it's like it was in Quarantine magazine or something like that, right?
It was about.
I'm sorry. The dumb guy is not even a good character. Go ahead.
No, it's
not even good the first time. So what is his article about? About how he's dealing with the quarantine?
That was basically it. And but it was also my point was one of the things it mentioned was that he's working on an It's a Wonderful Life musical.
Zuzu, stop talking about that goddamn angel.
Mr. Potter sits in a chair. He doesn't care about George Bailey.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's sin.
Hey, roll up.
No, I just came up with another one.
Go ahead.
Through the door or out the window. That's where you two pixies go.
What the hell is that song?
That's through the door, out you two pixies go. Through the door, out the window. And the song
Is this
was,
the song from the musical that hasn't been written yet?
Yes. You can't hold on to a fucking thread. Why am I doing more than one
I don't
beat?
know where are the Pixies? Where are the Pixies?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. What scene do they have Pixies? What are Pixies?
Oh man.
Aren't they women?
Oh God. Oh God.
Well, how about the woman?
My hand I'm like fighting my hand like Dr. Strangelove to not hang up right now.
You fucking coward. Stick with it.
Well, from the process you just saw, Hill.
Now, wait a minute. Is this...
Oh.
I can't tell what's real and what's not.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, how was your day?
I'm not pretending. I'm not going to pretend.
I am. It's Thursday. Thursday is something else this week.
No.
I'm sorry about that argument we had last night on the phone. I don't know what got over you, but I do forgive you for that. Okay. But that was a rough one. I got off and I argued with Susan for an hour afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play along.
No.
Okay. I'm back. I'm ready to talk like a normal human being if I can.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to try to do bits for you anymore. I know that much.
Yeah. What was the bit that of kibosh?
I'm not going back.
Oh. It's if Paul McCartney had written, he's going to write "It's a Wonderful Life."
Yeah.
I'm making it worse now. Look.
Yeah. You asked me to call you back.
Yeah, but I didn't say. Well, I didn't promise you. Okay, I'm back.
All right.
I'm back. All right then. So what's Paul McCartney?
You literally texted me, said, "Come on, call back, I'll be good."
Oh yeah, we should say that. I'll be good. I said, "Come on, call back, I'll be good."
Okay.
And you give me the thing that I like about this is that you gave me a second chance.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah. We all deserve them. We all deserve them, Andy.
Well, we're not being, and we want the listeners to know we're not being gimmicky.
I'm a little drowsy tonight, and I just don't have the patience for.
Why are you Why are you so drowsy?
I don't know. I'm just a little tired.
You're tired? Wow. I think it's from inactivity that you're tired. By the way, my lower back hurts.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. What do I do? If it gets, I'll know what to do if it gets bad enough, right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I'm asking you. You've had back problems.
Oh, well, ice it.
Can't you commiserate with me?
Ice it.
Is that the first thing you do?
I ice it. Yeah.
Okay.
Ice it 20 minutes on the hour.
Okay, so that might, in general, do they know what it's in other words, there's no general what causes it. I'm trying to get information from you having
I don't know what your problem is.
I know, that's the problem.
Is it sharp pains? Is it going down the legs?
I'll tell you when it happens. It happens when I stand up and my body's leaning forward a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's from my posture for years. It's like from reaching down things on the floor. I'm trying to do it better.
Yeah.
But if my head goes forward, it causes a pull.
Well, first of all, don't use your back as a crane at all. If you're picking something up, bend your knees and squat to get it. Don't bend over.
Yes,
like
that I hope I'm not doing, but I do go over a little bit to pick up things on the floor, and I think I have to squat to do that more.
That's what I'm saying, is don't bend over like that.
Never bend over like that. That's the idea.
And don't sit in the chair for super long times without getting up and moving around.
Okay. And the walks, I've been walking every day.
Walking is very good. Walking is the best medicine, I would say. But ice is good. I mean, if you feel it in a specific... Does it feel muscular or nerve?
Muscular, I think.
All right. Well, that's
How
good.
do you tell the difference between muscular and nerve? Oh, I know. Nerve feels like a little bit more like electrical, right?
Yeah. It's usually sharper.
No, it's muscle.
Yeah.
I don't want an operation, and I certainly don't want them to go in one way.
No one's going to give you an operation for something that's muscular. So alternate heat and ice on it.
Oh, do you see what you did?
Do 20 minutes. What did I do?
You gave me some good ideas, because I feel like I should be able to figure out what's wrong with me, but
you're old.
But that one.
No, I mean that's what a doctor will say too. A doctor will say you're 63 years old, you're going to have some aches and pains.
Almost 64. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say 20 minutes of ice, maybe, and then 20 minutes of heating pad.
And you could do that as much as you want, kind of, if you remember, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't ice for too long.
Yeah.
And make sure you wrap the ice thing in like something so that it's not directly on your skin, but not something so thick that it doesn't feel like ice. I'm
going to do it. Damn it! I don't want it to get worse.
No,
I've been pretty. Yeah.
Ice for me is the magic thing, because even if it's nerve, it kind of freezes it up and gives you at least a little relief.
Well, I used to have my back used to, quote, go out, and I couldn't even move. But that stopped happening once I started taking Taekwondo and I moved around, and it stopped happening. But that's what I think it is. I think it is the inactivity too, right? Which is what's
it certainly doesn't help.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to. I can't see myself going to a doc. I'm not going to go have blood taken or anything yet. So,
well,
have you done that?
I haven't, but I would.
Yeah, you have a different. You're not as worried as I am, in general.
Yes, I think that's across the spectrum.
Right. But
although your stand-up career is probably more secure than mine.
Hey. I make a nice dollar with the cameos.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I find it hard to read. Like, I thought I'd be reading a lot more.
Yeah.
Do you read a lot?
I read some. I don't. It's not. I read a lot. I read a lot of news online, but I read. I generally have a book going.
Right. Oh, you have a book going. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. And then my therapist said to me something I never thought about, which she said, I get these books and I have to finish them. And she says, why do you have to finish them? And she's right. Yeah, so with about 70 pages left of the Hitler in Los Angeles book, I was like, okay, I get it. Hitler could have taken over. So it was a weird thing. I think it's all based on hating the violin, and hating the violin so much that it's fucked with my whole sense of how I learn things, and that you only can learn by beating yourself up.
Yeah, I think so, but I think it's also there's an external thing too, which is like you're gonna get in trouble. Oh.
That is exactly it. That's exactly it. Yes. I'm going to get in trouble, so I better get. And the worst part of it is the freezing part, which therapy has helped tremendously, but the freezing part is like, I'm going to get in trouble, so I might as well not do anything about anything.
Right. The only safe thing to do is nothing, but look worried about it.
I would say I'm 100%. No, I don't know. When they say when you do a 180 or a 360, I never understand what they're saying.
Yeah, well, don't do a 360.
That means you're right back where you started.
Correct.
But I feel way different about, and also like if I had like if let's say Susan, and we don't really, Susan and I very very rarely, we don't have fights, but let's say that we do. Have a fight.
Hypothetically.
Oh my God, that's the word. What am I covering up for? Look, I'm a beaten man. No,
we already know you don't have sex, so you might as well.
All right. Look, no reason for you to pile on.
Round out the picture.
She has sex. Beep, beep, beep. But I used to, if we got into a fight, I would think like, that's the end of my life type of thing, or I'm a bad person. I mean, I got fucked up pretty good. I blame my mother and father. But I'm not here to blame. Are they both?
Oh,
dead?
they did a number on you. My mother-in-law, who did a number on my wife, was just here today. Probably why I'm drowsy.
How long was she there?
They were here for, I don't know, 3 hours.
And you guys don't touch?
We don't touch. We were all outside. We were all spread out.
No, that's good.
I made food for... She and my nephew came over, and my kid and his partner came over, and...
Do you feel like, I mean, I know this is a stupid question, but do you feel that you miss people? That you miss, like, socializing, or you miss...
Yeah, I do. I mean, not deeply. I mean, that's not my biggest problem.
All right, well, then tell me what your biggest problem is.
You know, I mean, it's like, because I'm in contact with people.
Right.
And that's, in LA, that's mostly how you're in touch with people anyway.
Yeah.
I miss lunches, I miss that kind of contact.
Right. That is the what's it called? Not the paradox, whatever. It's like one of the most fun things to do is to socialize with somebody in a restaurant setting, and it is the most dangerous thing to do.
Right.
I mean, one of the most dangerous things.
Yeah.
I mean, I went downtown, near where we live, and they're like, all these people were out. I think said this right. They were all outside, 5 to a table. Do they really know all 5 people at that table don't have, I know Susan doesn't have it, and I know I don't have it. So I don't wear a mask around her, but it just seems to me like there's something missing in people's brains, or maybe there's something too present in my brain.
I mean, certainly you're at one end of the spectrum.
Yes.
But this is one of the first times in your life where being at this end of the spectrum is probably the smart thing,
Yes. Yeah.
I think the trick for you is I think your behavior is probably quite smart.
Right.
But you aren't taking that much comfort from it. You're still fearful.
Yes.
That you're going to fail and get in trouble.
Yeah, it's all the easy part of it is that it's all the same thing.
Right.
It really is no different. It's all that I'm going to get. Because I was talking to my therapist about how, when my mother would get angry at us, there was literally no separation between her anger and her personality. It was just like, you were bad in that moment. I mean, and so that's why it's so weird to even convey it, because I know people have been through way tons worse things than me. But the idea that
but like I'm reading Mary Trump's book right now, so the idea of childhood damage lasting for half a century is not
right.
Is not. There's plenty of other examples.
How is the book?
It's good. It's my only resistance to it is that it's about Trump, and
I know. It's like,
but it's certainly, it's an interesting story. She's a good writer. She has a good sense of perspective, in the sense that she's not a big drama queen about anything.
Right. Right.
It's very much like, young Ron Reagan kind of, where it's the person who can step outside the family and see the family for what it is,
Well, and the other thing is that she was that what happened to her father is what seems to be just how he does business. His whole life, he's like, it's not worth anything when I have to pay taxes on it, but it's worth a lot if I'm trying to get a loan, and so her father,
it's her grandfather.
No, but
Fred
grandfather.
Yeah.
Right, but her father was denied all this money. I mean, they were denied the money after her father died.
Yeah, well, the father was basically written out because of his alcoholism and...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Disappointing of the family. And he died young. So,
yeah. He was a pilot. He was a pilot, right?
Well, he was at one point.
I like to think he was nice.
But Fred Trump called him a bus driver in the sky and shamed him for being a TWA pilot.
This guy, Fred Trump, I swear to God, don't normally want to punch someone in the face, but it's just, the thing that's so terrible about it is that, it's like, I have more sympathy for serial killers than I do for Trump. Not really, but it's like, I have no sympathy for him. There's nothing I could hear that would make me say, "Oh, I feel bad for him," because he just.
Yeah, no, it's not about. It's not. I mean, people can sort of decide what to do with the information all they want, and it's more about, it's more about empathy than sympathy. First of all.
Yeah,
and in a way, it makes it make more sense than this evil cartoon monster.
Yeah.
It's not like you forgive him for being who he is, but it makes it make more sense.
Yeah.
Pathologically,
Man. Yeah, it does. But I like to think that her father was nicer than Fred Trump.
I think he was nice, but I think he was shit on his whole life by his father, and he was and he was like the firstborn son, so he was, all of this shit was on top of him, and there was a couple funny things, like he pledged Sigma Alpha Mu, which I thought was hilarious.
What does that mean?
Sigma Alpha Mu is the Jewish fraternity that.
I never heard of it. No,
really?
I don't know what that is. Oh, wow.
It's the one that my dad and Bob Dylan pledged together.
That's right. So he did it, but why are you saying? Oh, he's not Jewish. He wasn't.
He's not Jewish, and he's the son of an anti-Semite.
I just forgot all that. Wow.
But it was more that he just didn't give a shit. He wasn't, he was an anti-Semite, but like the religious thing, wasn't important to him.
Yeah.
He got into what's his face, power positive thinking, piece of shit guy.
The Norman Vincent Peale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joined his church.
My mother liked Norman Vincent Peale, but.
And how did that work out with the positive thinking for her?
Well, I don't really. I remember seeing him talk. I don't know. I don't remember much about him, but I did see him talk. I think up at Mohawk once. But
that's what they were talking about on the Axios interview when he talked about the positive thinking thing.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. The recent one with Swan.
Yeah,
I missed that part.
Yeah, that was the opening of it.
That is the greatest interview. That interview, I do get endless pleasure from.
My only problem with Swan is I think he did as good a job as anyone has done with Trump. A little too much mugging.
Oh yeah, I mean he definitely is a shtick, right?
And he did a little too much fact checking under his breath.
I see. You're doing business about population. I was talking about numbers, but
not quite that, but yeah, but while Trump just wouldn't stop, he'd throw in little things,
I used to not like him much at all because he was very slick. But now after that interview, I love him because I feel like he was riding the wave of. He had to be going, I can't believe it. With Trump handing him those 4 sheets of paper.
Oh, God. And the guy wants an extra debate.
Oh, is it normally 2 debates and he wants a third debate?
No, it's 3 and he wants 4.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that he'd show up for one debate. Well, I guess he will show up for debates. Because I think he thinks he's going to lose now unless he rescues it with some thievery.
Yeah.
So he probably would agree to the debates. Because I used to think maybe he wouldn't show up for debates.
No, they're pushing for more and more.
Oh boy, I hope that we're all alive in November.
I can go either way, really, at this point.
Well, I'd like to say I'm not scared of dying, but I think it's a lie if I said I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why we had to take it all the way to you dying.
Well, it's only because what is it when you feel like every day you get up, you really feel like it could be your last day? Like, I mean, we are in a once in a lifetime pandemic, once in a couple of lifetimes. Well, I have to say, though, I'm very proud of myself that I was able to rescue this call. I'm very happy that I was able to rescue the call that I ruined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Says a lot about me.
Oh, man.
I guess the story I've told more often than any is when I worked with Kubrick in Strangelove. And Lord knows it was a magnificent picture. We all know that. And apparently I pulled my weight in it. But I went through the worst day of my life, the first day on that picture, because I began to blow in my lines. And I went 48 takes at Shepperton Studio. And I had the cigar and all the dialogue, the military jargon, you know, and I'm beginning to blow and blow and blow. And something said to me, sure, I'd had trouble before, you know, talking about 8 takes, 10 takes, 12 takes, huh? But now we're getting up into 20, eh? And now we're doing, as you know, what are called pickups. And I can't even do one damn line, eh? And I'm pouring sweat, and they're mopping me off. Now, a beautiful thing happened, speaking of Stanley Kubrick. I finally got up. I couldn't take it anymore. And I walked up to him and I said, Stanley, I apologize to you. And he said this to me, one of the loveliest things any man has ever said to me in my life. He said, Sterling, I know you can't help what's going on, and you know I can't help you. He said, but the terror in your eyes, on your face, may just be the quality, and now he said, the quality that we want in this jackass General Jack Ripper. He said, if it is not, come back in another couple of months and we'll do it all over again. Huh? Now, that was lovely, wasn't it? I'll never forget that. Huh?
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I've had, it's a little weepy today. A little weepy.
You're weepy? I'm sorry.
That's good. I think it's good. I think it's real.
Good to know up front.
Well, I think it means it's like a real mourning, maybe.
Yeah.
Classic mourning.
Yeah, I think this is another one of those trophy kind of weeks, too.
Yeah. I mean, when you see everybody's on not their last nerve, but
yeah,
you know, it's like talking about it. You know, it's like it's not gonna. I know it's not gonna help, but
like the slow motion train wreck didn't have to be slowed down this much.
Yeah, and now it's like 90 days, 89, 88, 87, 86. I could go on.
It's kind of
85.
The lower it gets, the harder I get.
So, you sound good. You sound up and Adam or fit as a fiddle, or
I was trying to come in without a sense of dread tonight.
Why were you afraid I was going to repeat? No,
I predicted good behavior after your. I
just thought I talked about it in therapy Wednesday night. It made it to therapy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you were in Thursday's discussion, but actually, it was we transformed from that to, that's not the word, transitioned from that into a discussion about being scared to die, and and the other thing was that I had retweeted this guy's article that I'd read a few years ago about faith and science. Yeah. And then it's a great article, and I clipped it out. But then turns out that I start to look at his page, his Twitter page, and he's like a right-wing asshole. And he's also like, you know what the Edgar Awards are? No. He's like a crime writer. He's obviously a good writer. So, yeah. But then it started to be like, I started to go yelling at myself. Basically, it's me still wrestling with my father, which is like, when I wanted to be spiritual in my life, my dad kind of shot it down, and I saw him as the expert. Right. So, a lot of my fear of death and fears of death, some of them are based on my father going, well, you know, when it's over, you go into the ground like the worms eat your eyes. Well, he didn't say the worms eat your eyes, but basically,
but it was implied.
It was implied, and then I really did think it's right. It's just the facts. It's just the facts. What he's saying is just the facts. And then it got to me to go, because I started to worry. Well, how could this guy have written? If he wrote this great thing 4 years ago, the thing I thought was great wasn't great. It's just the whole thing of me giving up my point of view. It's like, I'm allowed to be a spiritual person. I'm allowed to be that if I want to be. And and not allowing and believing not to allow myself to have those feelings based on, well, they're wrong because your father told you they were wrong. It has kind of kept me like bollocksed up my whole life, really, in a way. I mean, in a certain way. Right.
Well, the one thing I would say to you that sounds superficial, but I think it's actually legit, is it's perfectly okay to delete tweets.
It is. I talked with her with that, but I don't think but in this case, I mean, you might be right. I should maybe, but there was nothing to delete because I still think the article was great. So I actually went back and said, I copied the link to tweet and said, I don't know what happened to this guy. He's become, he's become a Trump supporter and I have zero tolerance for it. So I felt fine with the way I left it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, is like, if I can become fine with, it's like, I get into this thing where I say, I never want to be in trouble again on Twitter. I never want to be this or I never want to be that. And having those goals for yourself is ridiculous. It's like, but what happened with that guy Hassan, or I think his name was Hassan, before, my mom and sister were dying, those things were going through. There were so many things I was going through, but in general, I'm going to make mistakes my whole life. I'm going to make tweets that turns out the guy's an idiot or whatever the thing is. And I don't have to work, and I don't have to be perfect, and I don't have to do anything necessarily. I just have to be okay with myself. And I don't mean it like I'm going to have my opinions, but to at least realize what you're doing now, Andy, is now you're thinking about maybe you're wrong because that's the way you parent yourself. Like you're wrong. This guy you thought was right, he's a Trump guy. Now there really must be no God.
Yeah, well, it's back to the black and white thing, which is always your enemy. That's
it. That is the main thing. It is the black and white thing, which is always my enemy. And I think I'm defeating it, maybe.
Well, at least being able to spot it is a good start,
Yeah, it is. Well, I'll let you know if I defeat it. Defeating it is even like there's nothing to defeat.
No, I think I was thinking about this today, and we've talked about this before, but and this is not just about you, but this is about people in general these days who. So many people define themselves by their weaknesses.
How do you mean?
I mean, like you think of yourself as OCD, blah, blah, all of these things are like what you define yourself as.
Right. Well, I don't think it's a healthy thing, though.
No, I don't either. That's my point. My point is that, it's, and I don't even think this is advice I'm giving. It's more just an observation of, the healthier, the thing to go for is acknowledging those things about yourself, but making them second tier facts,
Yeah, I understand that. I do. And I also understand that a feature of my, whatever you want to call it, I have is the constant going down these rabbit holes. And so it's almost like everything sounds like the same rabbit hole. You know what I mean? In a way,
right.
It's like overly, it's like it's the narcissistic side of it. It's like, you'll stop thinking about it when you just stop thinking about it. It's like when you'll let yourself off the hook when you let yourself off the hook. And I am conscious. I talk about it a lot. But I don't even think like, you weren't trying to make me feel bad, but I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying because on the negative side of what I do, I can very quickly go to, oh yeah, I'm just walking around. I'm an OCD guy. I'm a fucking asshole. But that's not helpful either. I don't think anything I'm doing is particularly helpful or where I'd like to end up.
Well, I think a lot of things you're doing are helpful, like going to therapy twice a week. That's very helpful.
But I don't want to be I'm the OCD guy in every conversation.
Right. But again, I did preface it by saying this isn't about you. This is about, the
people.
It's the downside of mental health awareness in some ways,
Absolutely. Yeah.
By honoring it so much, we elevate it to the top of the list, you know?
I think that's clearly a very important point.
You know, and I don't think we should honor it less, but I feel like part of the discussion should be, this isn't who you are, too, you know? Well,
we should honor it less, and also, it's also people, think that, but the other side is true too. Like, oh, everybody thinks they have OCD, or everybody thinks they have. You know, it's like however you do it, where you just go, well, that's my OCD. Whenever you do it like that, you know, I know what you're saying anyway. Even though I'm not articulately responding,
right?
I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, even look how many people put their dysfunction in their Twitter bio. You know?
I know. Well, it's a typical thing with the atheist. With like I said. When I printed that article, I said, when I used to argue with I used to argue with these new atheists all the time until I realized they weren't my father. And so I posted this article. I said, and so some guy goes, Andy, you're wonderful, but this article isn't very well written. And if you want to have faith, go ahead and have faith, but don't have faith on the basis of dismissing. I mean, it was like typical. It was like, hello.
Yeah.
This is where you were several years ago, but it's just funny to me because that's always there. It's always going to be.
Well, I mean, you know, I think you also have to go. I mean, you don't have to do shit, but you could also go. Are there any responses to this that are going to satisfy me? You know? No, that's the point. That's right. And I think so often, if you look back at my Twitter history, I'll say something as if I'm resolving an issue that's bothered me for a long time, right. and then you look down, and now I'm back into it, right? Right.
I'm so glad I'm not have mixed feelings about my spirituality any longer. And then 2 seconds later, right. Fuck you. Why don't you stick up your ass?
Right.
Goddamn Richard Dawkins asshole.
Right.
Stick it up your Richard Dawkins.
Put a sock in it, worm food.
Yeah. Hey, Christopher Hitchens face. Get your Christopher Hitchens drunk face out of my thing.
The gin blossom of reality.
What does that mean? I know that there's the gin blossoms.
Yeah.
But what does that mean, the gin blossom of reality?
A gin blossom. Do you know what a gin blossom is?
No, I don't think so. I think I just know the name of the group.
Yeah, no, it's a gin blossom is the burst blood vessels in an alcoholic's nose.
I have never. Wow, I thought I had some kind of a varied life.
You know what I'm talking about? The grizzly old drunk who has the big red, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, gin blossoms.
Oh, so that's the blossoming of the gin.
Yes.
I got it. That's what happens.
Yes.
It creates a, veiny nose.
Yes.
I bet that would happen with vodka, too.
I think it would. Maybe you can coin a new name for it.
I do think of gin as being, if you have a drinking problem, I guess because I don't like gin, that I would think it would be horrible to get addicted to it. But some people like gin. So
yeah, I think you're being a little myopic about this phrase.
Yeah.
Gin is standing in for all alcohol in this phrase.
I know, but now I really am not quite sure what myopic means. Does it mean like you can't see well?
Nearsighted.
Oh, nearsighted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're being very sagacious. Another word I don't know. Well, the thing is that you're robbing Peter to save Paul. I couldn't come up with any good examples. That's amazing, though, because I that makes me like the name of the group, the Gin Blossoms, more.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, it's like you're saying, I like alcoholism.
Well, no, you like the side effects of alcoholism. It's better than a group called cirrhosis, for example.
Because there's all songs about your liver. My liver's getting bigger. My liver's getting swollen. Ba 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 bum. Ow.
Liver let die.
Bum. Boom.
Do you want to do some questions?
Yes, let's do this.
All right.
Let's do less with apostrophe. Do this.
But you notice you haven't wept since we started, so that's good. Sous vide says, "Hey Abbott."
Sous vide
says, "Hey Abbott and Costello, has the situation improved?" I'm not going to answer that.
Hello.
I'm not answering the. I'm not going to answer the question.
He asked you a simple
I'm not
question.
going to answer the. I'm not. It's a bad situation.
Low. That's all I figured might do.
That's
low.
It was good. Yeah.
Not bad. See, I think that's the first time I actually participated in it.
You did. I left a big space.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo 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 yo
So the yo 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 yo
Yoshi Yamamoto.
Oh,
Jim Belushi has a weed farm and a new show. If you had to guess, what are the effects of some of his strains?
He's got. I don't know.
He's got the coattail Kush, which you smoke and it gets your brother high.
He's got the Blues Brothers Blues.
Okay.
The secondhand Blues Brothers Blues, unless he was in the original group.
He was not.
According to Indica to Jim.
Okay. All right.
See, I even went back. I can't get the lesson. Don't go so far back. According to Jim.
I'm sticking with Coattail Kush. I think that's my best.
I think that's
my
good.
best.
But
thing.
he doesn't really have a new show. Well, actually,
He
this might
does.
be
He
true.
has a weed farm and a show about it.
Oh God, is it going to be him with fart jokes, walking around the farm? He's the last person you could care.
Well, no, because it's a weed farm.
Well, you mean, but like marijuana, right?
Yes.
But why do you associate it with him? He's a drinking guy.
Why do I associate what with him? I'm just reading a tweet.
Yeah, but it's not like Bob Marley. You do understand that Bob Marley is closely
I think
associated with.
I understand, but that's true in 1975. But there's been other people that fill the void since then.
Yeah, Willie Nelson, people like that,
Right.
people who you expect to have weed, but not Jim Belushi.
I think it's a lifestyle brand.
Chewing tobacco, I could see that. Or
Breath mints. Bill Steitler says, great news. They're rebooting the 1960s Batman TV show, and they want both of you to play new villains. What's your gimmick? What's your caper?
This is really... I feel like we should get paid extra for this.
Yeah.
Okay, I will be the Joker.
No, it's a new villain.
Oh. I'll be the...
You can be Forget-Me-Not.
Because I can't remember anything?
Exactly.
And who are you going to be?
I'm going to make the whole city forget everything that we just said.
Will it happen? Will Forget-Me-Not? Imagine. I forgot what I was going to say.
How about the irony guy? The irony instead of Joker.
I'll be Mockingbird.
That sounds like Dennis Miller.
Sounds like Dennis Miller.
Sound like... Don't actually mock my laugh. Okay?
Don't mock my laugh.
Don't make fun of my penis. It doesn't work.
Hello, everybody. I'm Andy. I'm so glad. Thank you for bringing me on the show.
I'm very tired.
I thank you for all your cards and letters over the last months. I'm feeling a little better, but...
Oh, do you see an erection in your future?
Well,
So good.
if the past is prologue, not so much.
Oh, I see. I can see a flaccid penis talking during that bit.
Why, thank you very much.
Dan Wade says, "Hey guys, with all the James Mason roles you've discovered, I'm surprised you missed his tour de force as the star of the Harpo Marx biopic." Yes. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk. Larry Harold says, "Hey, British Jones. I mean, Andy. I heard Louis Gomer, the gentleman from Texas, is on Cameo. Any idea how he sounds?"
Look. Shut up. Hey, yeah. Gloria, I also don't like minorities, and I hear it's your birthday. Have a birthday from Louis Gomer. And yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't get good help these days. Hi, Matilda. I understand you've been the head of the female KKK, and this is your third. That's all I can do before having
female KKK.
And I just want to say, I heard you were grand wizard.
They call it the WKKK, don't they?
Louis Gomer. I don't think he is on Cameo. I think that's a false premise.
Huh. Well, here's another Cameo thing from Randy Husker saying he has a screenshot that says Andy Kindler's has 7 days to complete your request, and he asks, "How much will Andy Kindler pay me to avoid this deadline?" Cameo blackmail.
Oh man, I think I think maybe he ordered something already.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
It's his Cameo blackmail.
Oh.
How much will you pay him to not have to do it is his point.
Well, I'm already avoiding it. I don't understand. I don't understand anything anymore. You get it though, right? You get what he's saying.
I do.
How much to me not to do it?
Yes. He's saying he knows you. It's event fresh.
No, I have. I saw him. I said, I saw his face. He has a video he sent me too. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna blow this. I'm not gonna do this well. He'll be disappointed. He's a listener.
He's used to it then.
Yes. Yeah, he may have been disappointed in me even before Thought Spiral.
Right.
He used to go to the Austin Festival.
Plenty of opportunities. So, yeah. Sure.
Plenty of opportunities to see that I'm not quite up to snuff, talent-wise.
Not Tweet Pahara says, "Only 2 submissions this week. I misbehaved last week and sent 4. Sorry." Anyway.
We didn't held it against him.
I think I did a little.
Oh.
Anyway, how does Superman fly exactly? Is it a really long jump? Is his uniform somehow pushing backwards against the air? Plus, he can hover. Huh.
Well, which Superman are you talking about? The George Reeves Superman. He didn't look like he really was flying.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you hop twice and get out of frame is how you fly if you're George Reeves.
He hops out of the same, and he's only, if you're talking about the George Reeves Superman, there's only one way he can fly and only one room he can go into and change.
That's right.
He does it every show.
Hi-ho, Gin Blossom. Up, and up, up, and up, I think I'll fly out of here. Seth Dick III says, "Once we finished watching Josh's docs on Prime, Mama Dick III and I watched a bunch of old Match Game episodes. Which of the 6 spots would you prefer? I see Andy top left and Josh in the bottom middle, Richard Dawson spot. Have you seen the Alec Baldwin version? Yikes."
Oh, I have not seen the Alec Baldwin version.
I like the top middle, actually. I'd like the top middle.
Oh, well, that's normally...
I think that's like Brett Summers.
I was going to say Paul Lynde, but he was a Wheel of Fortune. He was... What's the name of that show? Where the boxes?
Paul Lynde was more Hollywood Squares, yeah.
Hollywood Squares, but I think, yeah.
That's disgusting.
I have not seen the Alec Baldwin version of Match Game.
I don't think I can.
The reason I want to be, I would definitely want to be top row though, just because I don't want any celebrities behind me.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that. I've done the Canadian version.
Have you?
Yeah, it was fun. They pay good.
Fat Fanny is so fat that when she sits around the house, she sits around the
A?
House?
No, A was that was the Canadian match game.
Oh.
Mark Thompson wants to know, Andy, is there a Thought Spiral or Cameo discount?
I think it's kind of a sad question. I don't think I can do it, but I could send him. Yeah, sure. I will send Andy Spiral. Why am I committing to this? I've already cut my price too low. I would send you $5 on your own, or give you a $5 gift certificate.
And by the way, and I know I complain a lot, about Andy, but, I know there's plenty of people out there who would be willing to pay $35 to be in my position.
See? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. See? You got my back.
Steve Infield says, hi, guys. Thank you, Andy, for the Cameo message you sent me that my good friend Rob financed.
Yes, it was really fun. That was a fun one.
I hope you gave him a good deal. I'm thinking of returning the goodwill gesture 1 week later, but can you match Dom Herrera's price of $20?
Everybody brings it to the most embarrassing level, which it is. I can't say there's anything really.
I think somehow the fact that I laughed at you for 45 solid minutes,
they love it.
Gave people license to make light of this.
I know. Yeah, Andy, can you do it for $9.99? And can you come down to my?
Hey, Andy, if I beat you with a stick, will candy come out?
Yeah, Andy. Can I pay you to be like you are during the podcast? Don't listen. You're not listening to anything?
M. Ledsome says, just finished 168. Excellent as ever, guys. As I used it on my road trip, I wondered what you would use to underscore your road trip. Thanks for spiraling as ever. I'm a music guy when I'm on the road. And for the last 10 plus years, I've been a shuffle guy.
Oh, what does that mean? Oh, shuffle.
Yeah,
that's right.
I have an old iPod that's plugged into my car permanently, and
I'm trying to take all my CDs. I don't want to have Apple Music, so like an old Jew who collects tin cans.
Yeah,
I'm trying to load them onto my iTunes. Isn't that nice?
It is.
But I would go on. I tend to like podcasts on trips because they take up the time a little bit.
Right.
It's a great story, right?
No, it's as good as I like music. So, Greg Kelly says, I took my family on a day trip to Lake City, Minnesota, the birthplace of water skiing, or so it claims. Oddly enough, it's just outside of Rochester. We got to swim in the Mississippi. It made me wonder, of course, if James Mason was a water skier.
I thought it was going to be a question about you growing up in Minnesota.
Well, it's funny you should ask this, because I spent, it must have been the summer of '63 in the Wisconsin Dells as in Tommy Bartlett's water show. And it was a magical summer, I must say.
What do you think is the appeal? Why do people, I love him too, but what is it that imagining James Mason in every possible position?
I'm not sure. I think it's really what I bring to the table with it.
That's true.
I don't really think it's that people like James Mason. I really think they like me.
Ooh. Give it up for me doing James Mason.
Exactly. Sous Vide is back to ask, aware of the voice actor Dawes Butler? He did a lot of work with the Bullwinkle Show, especially Fractured Fairy Tales. I had a clip of Dawes Butler on the show last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh.
We were talking about Quick Draw McGraw and Babalooey. That was Dawes Butler.
Quick Draw.
And he also did Huckleberry Hound.
But I don't think he did Andy's penis.
It's the best. It is the best. It's like it's unkempt. It's shambling. That voice is shambling.
I'm going to do this next one is Andy's penis. Annotated MST says, I suspect Josh will someday get someone Andy doesn't know to request a cameo video. It'll be some off-the-wall request, and then he'll tweet it to us all. Andy, you'll never know which request it's going to be. Hashtag be prepared.
Boy, that was a good, as my penis, anything works.
It's like James Mason.
Yeah. Anything does, I mean, I know it doesn't
really
work.
hope some requests for me will start to come in now.
Why does that voice sound flaccid?
Because it's droopy.
I'm starting to feel bad about my penis now.
Oh, don't feel bad. We're fine. Keep your head up, because I can't.
Yeah. A lot of girls I dated love to take a nap on my soft penis.
Sure. It's pillowy. I'm pillowy.
It's, cuddly?
Pillowy.
What is that word? Piddly?
Pillowy?
Oh, pillowy, okay.
Yes.
Where are those pillows made? Are they all made in Minnesota, or some of them are imported?
They're made like your penis. In your home state of New York.
That's where my penis was made.
Exactly.
Or if you want to call that made.
I used now I'm in a downstate, New York.
But when I was younger, oh my God, my penis I think was harder than most.
Yes, we were great. We had our day.
We could cut diamonds, right?
We could, and you tattooed all those things on me.
Oh, come on now. You mean Shorty's Pizza? Are you talking about Shorty's Pizzeria that we deliver?
Yes, that was the worst. Yeah. That was my worst day when you did the Shorty's Pizzeria ad.
Is this going to be my future as a ventriloquist, as a double act with my flaccid penis?
Yes, it is. I'll stand backstage and you put a mic to your penis.
I don't think this is going to help my sex appeal in the group.
Maybe not.
No.
But I need all the help I can get, so.
It's like John Lennon
if by denigrating you, I become sexier.
I don't think either one of us is. I don't think anybody's listening to the show because they're attracted to our voices.
Hey, speak for yourself, Gin Blossom. John Kowaleski, cartoonist, says, I'm way behind on listening, so I can't ask a timely question. Wait, I got one. Now that The Rock has bought the XFL, will Andy be reprising his role as the Doctor in the next Jumanji movie?
Well, I was thinking about tweeting to The Rock and telling him I'm available.
Yeah.
What's The Rock going to do with it? How much did he buy it for? $1? $2?
I don't know. I
thought I heard someone say $15 million. No, it can't be. It's not worth anything.
It could be. It's probably debt laden.
Debt laden.
Debt laden. Stephen Elton Yates. Josh, Jeopardy style. Please give Andy these answers and see if he can ask the correct questions.
Got it. I'm ready.
She's the girl with the pedals and It's a Wonderful Life.
Who is Zuzu? Who is Zozo?
That's right.
Who's Zozo? Stop playing the piano with your pedals.
Here's the other one. Smooth ones allow pain-free urination.
What are catheters?
That's correct.
This is fun. Because Stephen has made it down to my level of intelligence.
Yes, that's right.
It's not flaccid. It can't be both stupid and flaccid. They're different things.
Well,
but they can both be true.
When you said catheter, I perked up.
It's so sickening. The whole thing it's worse than Walter, than Jeff Dunham's Walter.
This involves me too, you know.
That's true.
Yes.
So as a penis being so soft, what do you do mostly? Do you just hang around or?
I just dangle.
Okay.
It gets worse on the humid days.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Yoshi Yamamoto, who already got his introduction. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Let me go back to Stephen Elton Yates' second tweet, because it's a compliment. I'm in day 4, no internet or electricity at my home, visiting Alex's apartment for AC and to download podcasts. I can't say how much your show meant to me this week. 2 less hours of a not great day. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Andy.
Oh, man, that's so great. What's wrong? Where is he that he has no power?
The Northeast is like, New York, Connecticut, that whole area is all.
Oh, I thought is it resolved now?
I've seen some people tweet that they got shit back today.
Then that was also another sad thing, because I would always check with my mama and see how she's doing. Or my sister. Now I don't do that anymore. Well, my brother's there, but I used to always check with my mom and sister. Sad Andy. No, Andy.
I don't know what to say. I was trying to
say nothing.
Yeah, my first 3 things weren't supportive.
No, that's good. It's good. Maybe it's better that you didn't say it.
Halpin Frazier says, "Hello, gentlemen. Question for Andy. Do you have any memories from the Pete Rose and Bud Harrelson fight at second base in the 1973 NL playoffs? Not Woody Harrelson, Andy."
Bud Harrelson.
Yes.
I swear to God, I did not even know this happened. I don't have any memory of this. They lost. They must have lost because they won 2 World Series, 86 and 69. And now that it's coming back to me, does it ring a bell to you?
No, I was 2.
But we assumed you caught up. No, that's Bud Harrelson was not had maybe the world's worst lifetime average as a shortstop, but he was an excellent shortstop.
I don't even know that I've heard of Bud Harrelson.
And you'd have to really have been alive and like the Mets.
Yeah, the chance of that practically nil.
You could do much worse than the Mets. Don't ask me how. Is the season still going on?
Is it time to pay Bobby Bonilla yet this year?
How about their manager? How about it's the Jets manager. It's the Jets coach who's over in England asking if Scotland can be where Donald Trump's British Open is. That's the owner of the Jets. Woody Johnson.
That's just great.
Thanks, Jets.
Michelle Wise Carver.
Michelle is a wonderful lady. That's all I got.
Greetings, gentlemen. Last week's show was a delight, as always. I'm still laughing about Josh's abject joy in Andy's cameo experience. Also, please let us know if you guys have upcoming podcast appearances. We love hearing you chat with damn near anyone.
Oh, that's right. We should be doing stuff.
I'm currently I'm on today's Brandocast. Brendan Smith's Brandocast.
Now, I retweeted that. Is he doing it as Brando?
No.
Oh. No. What does that mean, Brandocast?
Well, his name is Brendan, so I assume it's some sort of nickname.
Okay. Thank you. I never get the ball moved to that. Was it fun?
It was fun, yeah.
I just thought for a second he does an impression of Brando.
No.
That's it.
Not a once.
Stay away from the island, David.
You're on. I'm telling you, your voice is on tonight. It's a good night for you. That's very similar to the flaccid penis, is your Marlon Brando.
That's not true at all. How dare you make me sound like your penis? That's not right.
It just has the same kind of shambling, kind of disorganized feel to it.
I don't know what the shambling is. I don't know what that is.
It's like you walking like a slob.
Hey, Andy, is that Marlon Brando?
Yeah, it was. I just realized, you're my flaccid penis. I really do recognize your voice now. Yeah, he was here to say hi to you. Marlon Brando stopped in.
Say hi to your droopy penis, okay? All right.
He said it's interesting because my droopy penis says he sounds a lot like you. What do you think of that, Marlon?
I think that's an insult to us both. I agree.
I'm just glad that we're keeping the humor level up today. You know what I mean? We're not aiming. We don't go low.
No,
No, we keep it classy.
I couldn't go lower.
You could. Yeah, that's true.
My friend Barry Golub sent a copy of Mindy Kaling's tweet that says, quick question, this not very famous loser is on Cameo and was rude to me on Twitter. Can I pay him to shoot an apology video to me?
Is this about me?
And that's what my friend Barry Golub said is, what did Andy say now?
Well, wait a second now. Who is she talking about?
We don't know. That's the joke part.
See, but I'm so vain.
I know. I think
you know what I mean?
I think Barry understood that might happen.
Yeah, but I can't. She did one. The other week was when she was just like showing like herself in a bathing suit by the pool. She's just crazy.
Yeah, because she showed herself in a bathing suit.
No, because everything is a big event. You know, here's me down by my pool.
Yeah, you never see that on social media.
You don't see me by a pool.
I saw a shirtless picture of you in bed.
Where was? I don't.
Instagram.
How'd that get
Hello.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Mindy Kaling, but now I'm fascinated.
Well, I think that's the issue. I think that's the real issue.
Well, how do we find out who she was talking about? Because I'd love to find out.
Why don't you go follow her?
Why am I thinking about this now?
I don't know, but I think Barry won.
Barry, you hit a raw nerve, Barry. She's so terrible.
Barry is also the person who installed the La Cucaracha horn in our friend Joel's car. As a Guy Incognito says, I heard James Mason had a thought about the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith entanglement. Do you recall what was said?
I don't follow such bullshit. I don't have time for that. I've got my water skiing and I have my wine commercials, so I don't really have time to follow celebrity scuttlebutt.
You know, I'm worried that James, you sound a little annoyed. Is it the amount of requests that you get, or is it just you just having a day where you're tired of it?
I feel a little bit used today. I really do.
Yeah.
I really feel a little bit manipulated.
Yeah, you're not like a clown.
Yes, I'm not some clown to amuse you.
Yes. That's what I said.
I'm going to go get my shine box.
And we'll be back with James Mason in every role of Goodfellas. Spider. I can't do the voice.
You offended him a little bit. A little bit. You offended him a little bit.
Oh, that scene is so amazing. It makes me... I hate that guy. Who's mean to Joe Pesci.
Well, and he has that fucking collar, too, over the tie. Those collars over the tie. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all our questions. We have one letter that came in today from Dale, who says, you guys are the highlight of my week. Thank you. With COVID and the way the economy is, things are not the best here in Madison, Wisconsin, especially down at the local barber shop. In fact, last week they had to let the quartet go. Keep up the great and inspiring work. Thanks again.
I like that joke.
Yeah, that felt like closing the end. That was like the end of the Prairie Home Companion episode almost.
That's right. Yeah.
In fact, they had to let the quartet go.
Excellent. I'm glad you saved that one for the closer.
If you'd like to support our show, please go to buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral and buy us a coffee. If you'd like to hear Andy do stand-up, get his album, Hence the Humor, featuring he and I doing stand-up.
Wait a second. Oh, yeah, I got it.
If you'd like to see my movie, which I'd really appreciate, the movie that I worked really hard on and financed myself, the one that's on Amazon and all these other downloadable places, please do that. It's called Michael Day Barr. Who do you want me to be? I should really remember the name of this movie by now. If you want to get a hold of us during the week, ThoughtSpiral Show Gmail. Also, please leave us a nice review on iTunes podcasts. We are produced by Alex Brazel, who's now safely back in New York City.
Safely ensconced.
And now all that has to happen is someone has to hang up on the other person.